Hi guys, welcome back. Today is day 1 of our 3rd week, and we are learning about the element of art of form, and we are learning about perspective drawing. Yesterday we learned how to do the triangle, the circle, and the square to make them 3-dimensional by using the 1-point perspective. Today we are going to learn how to do perspective on squares and rectangles, but it's called 2-point perspective. We're going to learn how to draw a cube or rectangular prism above the line, on the line, and below the line. And when I say the line, I mean this middle line that we drew called the horizon line. And if you guys remember from our last project, we had 1 vanishing point. Today, we're going to have 2 vanishing points, 1 on each end of the paper. So to get started, let's get our sheet of paper. We're going to need our pencil, and we're going to need a ruler. So we're going to start by making a line across our paper. This is called our horizon line. We're then going to make 2 dots. These dots are called our vanishing points. Now, yesterday we just had 1 in the middle. Today we have 2. Now, the way we're going to draw these squared or these rectangular prisms today are very different than the way we did the 1-point perspective. When we did the 1-point perspective, you started with a triangle, or you started with a circle, or you started with a square. Today, we are not doing that. We're going to start with our cube that is going to be on the line. And the way we start this, we just draw a line going above and below the horizon line. We then will connect the top of this line to both of the vanishing points and the bottom of the line to both of the vanishing points using our ruler. So take our ruler, line up our line and our vanishing point, our line and our vanishing point, and then same thing over here. Connect the top of the line to the vanishing point and connect the bottom of the line to the vanishing point. At this point, it looks like we have a giant diamond with the horizon line going through it. So right now it goes on forever. It looks like maybe the side of, like it could be like a side of a building. We need to make it look more like a cube or a rectangular prism. So this was our original line. We had this line going up and down. We need to make the edges. So we're going to make them parallel to this line. We are going to draw this line going up and down here, and it is going to be parallel to this line. And then we'll do the same thing here, where we're going to have this line being parallel to this line. Now, we can erase the horizon line, and we can erase these extra guidelines going to the vanishing point so that it looks something like this. This is our new 3D shape. This is our cube that is on the line. All right, I apologize for my dog barking in the background. Hopefully you guys were still able to hear me. This is my cube that is on the line. Now, I can shade this really lightly, maybe on one side, and then maybe a little bit darker on this side, just so I can see the difference. And again, this is the cube that I call on the line because it literally is on our horizon line. Now, for our next cube, we're gonna do it above the line, and we're gonna start the same way with a line going up and down. Now this time we will see more of the cube because we will be seeing the bottom of it as well. So we're going to start by taking our line and connecting it to the vanishing point. And then same thing on this side of the paper. We're going to connect it over here. And remember, I'm using my guidelines to connect it. The technique is very similar for the on the line for the above the line as it was for on the line. We are going to take our ruler and see how our line goes up and down like this. We're going to make sure the same thing happens on our edges. It's parallel here, and then I'm going to come over here and do the same thing. my lines are parallel. So I can then erase the extra guidelines that I no longer need. But you can see we're not complete yet because we're missing something down here on the bottom. So what we do here, we have to do a crisscross. We are going to connect this line to this dot and this line to this dot. Now, I don't need to draw all the way through the cube because see, it automatically made an X. This is where I erase. So I'm okay not having to draw it all the way through. But I now have a cube that is above the line. And I have the front, the side, and the bottom of this cube. So I can shade it in with my pencil. If you want to color it in with colored pencils or crayons, that's fine too. I'm just doing this so that you guys can see it a little bit more clearly where each of the sections of the form happen. So front, side, bottom. This is a three-dimensional cube called above the line using 2-point perspective. The technique for below the line is identical to the above the line. So we start with a line going up and down. We then will take the top of this line, connect it to the dot. We'll take the bottom of the line and connect it to the dot. Same thing over here. Connect to the dot and connect to the dot. Now remember, I won't draw through my cube, but I will keep drawing it. Okay, so now I have this going on forever design, but I need to make my edges. Now, if you remember, we take our ruler and we line it up with that center line and we slide it however far we want and we make an edge. Put it back in the middle, and now I have to slide my ruler over here. Okay, that means I can erase those lines right here, and I can erase these guidelines because I don't need them anymore. And this line, or this shape is gonna be the below the line. But we're not finished because again, we have no top, just like we had no bottom over here. So I am gonna have to do that crisscross again where I need my lines to intersect. So I'm gonna take my ruler from this corner to the dot, and then from this corner to the dot. Now remember, I don't need to draw all the way through because once it gets to this line is where it's gonna stop. So you can see here's where it crisscrossed, and I can erase that, and I can erase that. And this is my shape. Here's my front, here's my top, and then here is my edge, my side. And this is how you draw 2-point perspective cubes above the line, on the line, and below the line. The line is referring to the horizon line, and the points that I talk about are the dots. Those are called the vanishing points. So for today's assignment, I need you guys to show me your work trying to do an above the line, an on the line, and below the line rectangular prism. You can use pencil only, or you can color it with colored pencil if you'd like to. Here was my original one. I outlined it with marker and colored it with colored pencil, but this is completely okay as well, as long as I can see that you guys are attempting to do the perspective drawing with the 2 points. Okay, I know this one is difficult. Believe me, I do know this is hard. It is new information for a lot of you, and that is okay. This is just kind of our introduction to it, and I want you guys to try your very best. Remember, guidelines are the lines to the dots. When you do the middle one, there will be no top or bottom. It only has the 2 sides. When you do the bottom one, it's gonna have the crisscross to make the top. And when you do the one above the line, it's gonna have that crisscross to do the bottom. All right, guys, good luck. I can't wait to see these submitted. Have a great day. Bye.